Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ServiceNow 911. In today's video, we discuss about Process Automation Designer. So let's start with it. I have prepared this document. First of all, what is Process Automation Designer? So it says that it helps in creating an automated business process that you design to guide your end users and help them focus on the task and information that matters to them. So within an organization, there are a lot of processes. Not even today, but from the very beginning when the company started. Irrespective of the technology, there are n number of processes which were managed manually, now digitally, right? So what is the advantage of having a process? If you have a process, you have a clear defined goal, what you have to do, okay? And what are the steps to accomplish that process, and finally ultimately you reach to a goal that will ultimately benefit the organization. And when technologies comes into existence, these processes will become more efficient, result oriented, and saving a lot of time, effort and money for the organization. So that's what this process automation designer is doing. It is automating the business process, which is helping the end users and maintaining the focus and the information and the decorum of the process. And in order to create that process, you must know when to trigger the process. You should have some knowledge about flow designer, because that knowledge will finally help you in designing the flow designer, which is a part of process automation designer. It contains well-defined lanes that the end users can follow for a record. So when the end user is finally working on the process, there are certain lanes which are designed by the process automation designer, and these lanes are nothing but the part of the process. Okay, let's say in a process there are 5 parts. So each part is known as a lane, and within that lane there are n number of activities, and we call these activities as activities in ServiceNow Process Automation Designer. Finally, while using this automated process designer, we can design a process and that help in maintaining the life cycle of a record. These records can be any record based on your requirement. It may be an incident record if you are designing the process for service desk, or a CI record if you are designing the process for CMDB. So in ServiceNow, these are the 5 roles which are needed to create any process. The very first one is developer. Developer is someone who understands the process from the process owner and transform that process into a technical process, or you say technical design, and finally work on that. Okay. The second role is process owner. So the role of process owner is very important, because it is the process owner who is actually giving the business related mindset into the process. As this is a business process, so the business owner comes with that kind of functional expertise that is required to create, manage and facilitate this process. Then we have workspace administrator. Whenever we create a process, it must be used by large number of group, right? And then and only then the ultimate goal of that process can be achieved. Let's say we created a process for service desk, and for service desk, we are getting a number of incidents on daily basis. So if that process saves some time with respect to incident management or issue resolution, then only we can say this process is highly utilized and providing the necessary result which is desired. And we generally design the processes for the workspace people. Who are workspace people? Like CMDB workspace, the person who is working on CMDB, the agents, as well as ITSM workspace, or you can say incident workspace, right? So for all these people, we have these workspaces, and we need someone with workspace administrative knowledge, so that we understand where we have to put in the process, from where we can generate maximum results. Then finally we have agent. Who is an agent? It is the end user for whichever workspace we create the process. Ultimately the end users which are using it will be the agent, right? It may be a service desk agent, it may be a CMDB agent, a person who is handling the complete CMDB. Then finally, in order to start the process automation, we need two plugins. The very first one is Process Automation Designer itself, that is com.glide.pad.license, and second one is the Playbook for the Customer Service Management, that is SNCM Playbook. If we have these two plugins, we will be able to create the process and activate the process. So for today's video, we have this basic example where I have to configure a process using Process Automation Designer to manage specific type of incident. It is the group of incidents which are coming on daily basis. In order to tackle such incidents in a fast and efficient manner, we are creating this process. So this process will be used by service text agent. It is created by incident process owner and it is being configured by agent workspace administrator. So now with this, let me provide a demonstration on demo instance. First of all, we have to go to the Process Automation Designer. This is Process Automation Designer. Click on it. So today I'm not creating a new one. I am just demonstrating one of the created one which we have created. Before creating, we must understand each and every technical aspect. So that's why this is a demo. So this is the one which we have created. Click on it. It will load like this. So you see here, this is the internal application playbook process which we have created. It is having three lanes. The very first one is service offering identification, and then fulfillment, and then finally review. And with this plus, you can create n number of lanes, depends on the complexity of your process. In each lane we have activities. As of now, in each lane I have provided two activities. You see, in service offering we have instruction, user form, and then in fulfillment, automated update records, and finally checklist. And then in review we have check activity status and user form. If you want to see details about this process, you come here, click on properties. This is the general detail like label, in which application we have this process on, and then in the schedule you have to provide the trigger type, that is when you want this process to trigger. Okay, so this process is based on incident table and it will trigger whenever any record is created or updated along with the condition. So these are the conditions. Active is true, category is inquiry and help, subcategory is internal application, and short description starts with application not working. So if these conditions on incident table met, then only the playbook starts and it will add this process within the execution lane of that incident. Along with these two activities, you have the option to create a number of activities. Okay, you just have to click on add activity and you see these all are the activities which are available. Based on your process, you can add all these activities. You have to understand all these activities one by one. It's not that much hard, very easy. Okay, just like a flow designer, you have all these activities. So we have used a few here already. So if I show you, this is instruction. So if you click on configure activity, you will see the details. This is the instruction, this is the description. You see read incident, and the same is here. When to start, this is important. You have to provide when to start this activity. So here you are saying immediately because this is the very first activity of the very first lane. And after that you see after previous, it means if this is completed, then only you are seeing this will get executed or started. Okay, and when this one is complete, then only this will trigger, and then this, and then this is what I have designed. But if your process is saying you have to start more than one activity immediately, you can do accordingly. These all are the options we have available with previous, manual, after previous, and immediately. Okay, these all options are available to you. You can select any of the option here. So after details, for each activity you have automation part and you have experience part. In automation part you can add certain kind of automation here, like in this you are saying we are just displaying the message with the description of this activity. And then we have this activity known as user form. Click on it, click on configure activity. It is having label as this one, the same we are seeing here. It is after previous. In automation we have to provide the table name, it is but obvious. Okay, which record we want to do some kind of automation. It is the current incident. And you see form fields, as this is the user form activity, it means we are providing some sort of fields from the form to the user directly. Okay, so what all fields we are providing, you have to provide all the name of the fields here, like short description, impact, urgency, and work notes. So in the same way we have all these options available. So finally this is the process which we have designed. So now let me show you the demonstration of this process. As we have designed this process for ServiceNow agent, so that's why we have to go to agent workspace. So here we have this agent workspace, click on it. So this is how the agent workspace look like. This is demo instance, so that's why it is very simple here, but based on your company's requirement, based on your company setup, you may experience some different kind of agent workspace look and feel. That is simply okay. So now if we go to the incidents, these are incidents. So click on open, click on new. Just remember the conditions which we have here, right? These are the conditions. All these conditions must be met if we want to trigger this particular process. So now let's provide caller. Category is same, inquiry. Subcategory will be internal application, and provide short description like application not working. So now if you click on save, you see the incident is created, but along with incident you will see a playbook is already attached. Rest all things are same, it is nothing but a common incident, right? But how to handle this incident we have provided in the process, and that process will be seen in the playbook. Click on playbook. Right now think me as an agent. It means an agent is working on this particular incident, and once the agent see that a playbook is attached, that's why he is not working on this incident in a very traditional way. Okay, but he has to take care of it with the help of playbook. So as you see, the playbook which is attached is the internal application playbook, the same which we have designed here, and it has 3 lanes available here. Okay, the very first one is service offering, same as it is. The very first activity is instruction, so read the incident details and notify user. So being an agent, I have to understand the incident properly, and once I know the details, we have to reach out to the user. Let's say I did that, so click on it, mark complete. You see the next one is pending. That's because user form is after previous. As soon as this one complete, then only it will start. That's why it is pending. If you click on mark complete, you will see the user form is in progress now, right? We can easily understand. So come here, being an agent, if you want to make any change, these all are the fields which we want to display: impact, urgency, short description, and finally work notes. So let's say I want to raise the priority. I need not to go to the incident, everything is manageable here. Okay, and once I change the priority, you see work notes are mandatory, major, impact. Okay, that's why I am increasing the priority. So once I do that, I have the option to update it. If I click on update, the same will be updated with the record only. Okay, in this incident you will see the updated changes. So you see here all the activities which we are doing. Okay, again come to the playbook. Once we do that, click on mark as complete. So you see as soon as we did that, service offering lane is complete, right? Both the tasks or both the activities are completed now. Then we come to the fulfillment one. So in fulfillment, the very first activity is automation, automatically updating the record. So what it is updating automatically? Let's come here, click on this, come to automation. So you see here it is updating the current record, and what it is updating, changing the assignment group field value to service text. It means this particular automation is automatically changing the assignment group to service desk. Okay, so if you come here, you will see the assignment group is changed automatically, because in the playbook this one is done automatically, so it is complete, right? And then we have the checklist. So this checklist is again based on the process. So the process owner designed this process in such a way so that the agent will be able to check the status of all these things. That's why he has provided some checklist here. So in this checklist, the agent has to see whether the application status is checked, whether the ping server status is checked, and whether the user is able to access the form or not. So once the agent is satisfied, he has the information from the respective teams, like from server team, from application maintenance team, and finally from the user team, okay, or from the user. So once he is satisfied, he has to click on all these checks. If not, the agent has to reach out to the respective team and work accordingly. So let's say in our case right now all three things are checked. So as soon as we check all these, this step is also complete, and then we have to click on mark as complete. And then finally we have this review. In this review, we have to check whether the issue is resolved or not. If it is resolved, you just come here and update the field of state and provide the resolution code. Solution done, right? Let's update some notes here. Issue resolved. Click on update. It will update the incident and do mark as complete. So now you see, with the help of this playbook, we need not to come to the incident. We do everything directly from this guided setup. As this one is designed based on a particular process, that's why everything is going in a very smooth manner. And once the agent work on something like that, it will save time, it will save energy, it will save efforts, as well as it will resolve the issue in a very short duration. So that is why we use these processes, right? To make company agile, to make company effective, to make the work digitally 100% true and supporting. So ladies and gentlemen, with this we complete the demonstration of Process Automation Designer. I hope you understand what is the meaning of it, how to make it happen, how to install it, what all plugins are required, and how to design the process, and how to use the playbook. Okay, so if you have any question, let me know in the comment section. In next video, we will create one from scratch. Thank you so much. Bye bye.